getting my crocheting because I'm obsessed.
Me too.
God, I'm obsessed.
I can't stop.
I found another whole ball, so I didn't even have to make another one yet.
Oh, I've gone through 2. I have 4 more. And this is the one I'm using right now. It's huge.
You have 4 more, you might be able to finish.
Well, then plus all of my advents. That's what I'm doing for Advent, so.
I know.
All right, shall we start?
Let's start. Well, we can.
Let's do it. Good afternoon, everyone. I like never know where to look. I'm like, do I look at the camera? Do I look at you? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
Mother, grandmother.
I am coming to you from the great state of Vermont.
Connecticut.
There we go. First and foremost, welcome to all new viewers. Hopefully you enjoy this podcast. It is a podcast about knitting, stitching, crocheting, yarn dyeing,
Spinning,
needle felting, all of the fiber crafts that you can imagine. And then of course, our little tangents that we go on here and there. But, and yeah, we had originally recorded this episode last week and had technical difficulties again. So it's our second shot at it.
I am so glad we waited the week. Like originally we were going to do the next day, but it's really, all podcasters know this, like it's really hard because you forget what you said in what episode and it gets really like repetitive or like, did I say that before? So it worked out that we couldn't get another one in. So this is perfect.
Well, and not only that, but we've both picked up our favorite projects since then. And I feel like I've gotten a lot done. So we're going to just like.
Yes. And I got a lot done on my sweat. Like, yeah, a lot more happened. And I tried to use that time.
Yeah.
I tried to use it well, but I also had a lot of things that I needed to get organized around the house. So I tried to like be reasonable. Yeah. Like I really wanted to finish the sweater. I was like, that's not possible. Just relax.
No, well, with the holidays approaching, it's like, I feel like making time and just preparation time, especially for you, because you always host so much.
Yes. And I enjoy the prep.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really do.
I could see that because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like you can bask in the glow of the holidays without them actually being there, like throwing on some Christmas music while you're baking or...
I've got to figure out how to listen to Christmas music because I don't have any devices. I'm not a music person typically.
Mm-hmm.
And I do need to because I've been dying to listen to some lately. So yeah.
You need a little speaker.
You know what I am doing is like yesterday, I did the major, was it yesterday? Or the day before, the major straightening of my knitting room.
Yes.
Which is totally separate from here. And I went into my cubbies and I cleaned out all the stuff that is just, I keep throwing in there and not making a good decision whether or not I'm going to keep it, sell it, whatever. And so typically I have all these bags on the top that at Christmas time I have to drag them all upstairs and I throw them somewhere. Mm-hmm. And it just was bugging me. So instead, I cleaned the shelves so they fit on the shelves. So I didn't have to clutter another area.
Right.
In order to clean that spot to put something.
And how did you decide what to keep and what to eventually get rid of?
Yes. Well, a lot of it was one of a kind legacy fiber arts. Mm-hmm. A lot of it was some of our trial ones, which I think we've talked about. Maybe when you're home, we're going to put together like grab bags at a very discounted price, like you've done before, like 5 skeins for this price, which is a huge savings, and you pay for shipping. And so I'm hoping that's what I'll do with it. And then I'm so torn with other skeins that I don't use, or I know I won't use because it just doesn't fit into my palette anymore, whatever.
Boy.
Then quite often I have people that want to learn how to knit, and I love to send them home with yarn in, say, a project bag that I'm just not using anymore. So I'm not sure. You're going to help me with that.
Definitely.
When you get home. I think if we can look at it together and
Yeah.
say like, oh, I think Dad's going for coffee. So to look at that. But so what I'm doing is cleaning off all spaces, preparing for the Christmas decorations, which I know most people here embrace Christmas, but there are some people that don't like it up before Thanksgiving. And I'm mentally working on myself to be okay with what I like. And I would like the house to be beautifully decorated before you get home.
Well, that's the other thing people have to understand too, is like you only see us for Thanksgiving at our home. Like, so, and I know Christmas decorations were always such a huge part of our childhood that like, it's so kind of you and like thoughtful to go out of your way to do that before Thanksgiving for us so we can enjoy it.
Let's say that's why I do it.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there's a small part of you that
there absolutely is. Like I want Lily to see like grandma's house all decorated. Like that is a huge piece. But I also like to go right into enjoying Christmas after Thanksgiving. I don't want the day after Thanksgiving to be all about decorating. I want to go directly into the next holiday and have as much time as possible is sitting in my beautiful house and enjoying it.
No lag time. I honestly think it's so smart, because who wants to then be bustling and cleaning and decorate? I mean, listen, everybody has a personal preference, and I'm not judging anybody that does it that way. That's fine. But I know for me, and we're very similar, like the less you have to think about,
the better.
The better.
Well, and can I tell you how much I've been so enjoying the process? Like that's the other piece. Like I have a lot of peace right now, and it's weird. It's weird. Like because there's a couple big projects that I want to get done, and I just am enjoying them instead of fitting them in.
Totally.
So yeah, I don't know how we started this conversation, but that's it.
I don't know, but well, and so the very last thing, and I shared this with you, I think the last podcast, Justin and I were talking, or no, we weren't talking. He went to leave one morning and I had turned on Christmas music as I was drinking my coffee, and he was like, don't burn yourself out. And he was like, you always get to Christmas and then say, I'm so ready for it to be over. And I don't say it in like a frustrated or anything like that. It's just like, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for the new year. And I said to him, well, isn't that perfect then? Like, isn't that the goal, to completely and thoroughly,
I just dropped, my little camera just dropped.
I was like, how is her computer doing that right now?
It's that darn thing that I honestly do not know how to keep it on my, it's literally sitting, and I know the concept, but I'm not seeing anything to do that.
I can show you when we get home, since this will probably be the last one before Thanksgiving. But yeah, so anyway, I was like, well, then isn't that perfect that I get to thoroughly enjoy from now until Christmas and then be ready in my heart to let go of it at that point?
So, I so agree. Like once it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
Like my brain shifts the next day. Every year I say, I'm gonna leave everything out. I'm going to really enjoy it. And I don't. I'm done.
But think about it. You will have had almost 2 full months of enjoying it. So you can't feel guilty for that.
No, I want it. I want it. But there will be some repercussions, and I just have to be okay with that.
Yeah, that's okay.
I will. I'm okay with it. It's all right. It's what I choose. And I know you're all going to like have so many comments about it. I so appreciate it. Like it is. It's like a lot of us creatives. I don't know why.
We love the holidays.
I know. I love the holiday. I love the prep. Okay, so it's sitting on the counter.
Oh, don't tell me.
All the stuff. Well, this is all going to be here for you guys.
What
so
is
it's
it?
Good. It's all the stuff to make the Chex Mix. Yes, the Chex Mix is one of my favorite parts of the holiday.
Honestly,
a plain, simple Chex Mix.
But you make it. You make it.
It's I make it. We do not buy it. I'm afraid that sun is going to start getting in the way. Let me just do one thing. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
That's good, right? And I think we're going to escape it now.
Yeah.
Does it look good, or am I getting sunned out?
No, I think it's fine.
This room. Yeah, so the Chex Mix is on the counter to make. I will make a double batch.
The
We
house?
start eating it.
Mhm.
I haven't got the stuff for the elf mix. I'm definitely gonna make it. I'm definitely gonna make it. So I've got it's something about the plain old salty Chex Mix.
Oh, well, because the way the house smells when you make that Chex Mix literally is my definition of Thanksgiving. It's like the minute I smell that Chex Mix, it's like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
I know. So that's sitting there. I have the stuff to make the chocolate covered peanuts is sitting there.
Mm.
And then yesterday I made chocolate chip cookies and pizzelles. I have been on a tear. Don't ask me where this energy is coming from,
It's
but
good.
I'm on a tear.
It's so good. Use it while you've got it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So the hard part, it's not the hard part. Part of it is, a lot of it is for our little family sprinkle to
Mm.
get started. And then then we'll go into Thanksgiving. And then you guys are here before that, where there needs to be a lot of food.
Well, there doesn't need to be. We can certainly be self-sufficient or
You are, but we eat so much.
no, we're big eaters.
We're big eaters. I am a feeder.
Hmm.
And the freezer is, my box freezer in the garage, it's literally full. It's full.
Well, and you're such a good cook too. Like we're so lucky because we are such big eaters and like we get gourmet food when we come home.
It's not gourmet. Well, it's not really gourmet. It's just homey. Like,
It's gourmet.
it's really exciting. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Lily. Oh my God, I'm dying.
It's going to be such a fun visit home. I am really looking forward to it. And it's going to be a long one. Like you said, it's going to be about a full week for us.
Which is a lot. It's a lot for you because you guys are like us. You're very homebody-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping that you guys get to go out and about a little, just yourselves, and have some fun.
And I think that's going to be our goal, is to really take advantage of the time that we're home and see as many people as we can, especially because after the baby comes, I mean, you remember after Lily, like we don't go anywhere. Like we're
now you're here, and it's a lot, and it's going to be even more being a second.
totally. So I mean, of course we're looking forward to it anyway, but especially with that mindset of we have X amount of days where they're open and we can kind of go and meet people as we want. And Lily's so great. She's so independent now and you guys love having her. And so it's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I am so excited. And so my goal is to be so organized. Like, I don't want to be doing stuff when you're here. I want us to be able to do things. I want you guys to be able to do things. So I'm getting super organized.
Super organized. I'm feeling, so this is kind of another tangent. I know we haven't even started talking about knitting or anything like that yet, but I am feeling this immense urge to get everything ready for the baby. Like it's hit.
It's hit. Oh,
I'm getting very excited about that.
That is so exciting because, of course, we're having this little sprinkle, which is going to be so fun. It's just for family, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a perfect sized, and because the hard part is when you're having the same sex at the exact same time of year, there's not a lot that you need, but it's really more of a celebration because I feel like if you lived around here and saw everyone all the time, we probably wouldn't even bother. But it's a really nice way for everyone to get to see you before you have the baby and see Lily, and I'm so excited.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
All the food is already made in the freezer.
Oh my God.
Most of it. There's a few things that you can't do ahead of time.
Well,
but again, I want it to just be easy. And that's how things are easy, if you can be really prepared. That's my goal. Watch, the day will come and I'll be like, I forgot I didn't make that.
It's going to be perfect. No matter, like you said, it's a small family gathering. It is not anything that needs excess stress.
No. So we have a lot of really fun things to look forward to.
We do. I'm so excited.
Can I tell you the one thing that I am shocked that I'm not excited about? Buying presents.
Oh, welcome to my world.
I know. And we don't buy a lot. I mean, you guys are always fun.
Honestly, you know what? We don't need anything. Like
I know, but it's more like, it's more everyone, like, I've just lost my love of that.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's a cultural thing. I think there's been a huge shift and it continues to happen, which I don't know. I guess for the way I live and for my mindset, I am so grateful for, because I do feel like, and I could be totally wrong, could just be my perception, but I feel like when we were kids, and even maybe up until like 5 years ago, that was the thing, is like you wanted to have so many gifts for people, and it wasn't a bad thing at all. It
And
was
I
just
enjoyed it so much. I guess that's what's throwing me.
right.
I really enjoyed the process. What I think I interrupted you. You can keep going.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was just going to say, but I've noticed over like the last 3 to 5 years or so that it's really, or at least in the environments that I've placed myself, it feels like the Christmas holiday has become much more about just being with family and like, and just enjoying the holiday. I don't know. And again, it could just be totally my mindset shifted that 5 years ago. Maybe that's what it
Mhm.
is, but
I know. I just, and like, we mostly buy for kids
Mhm.
now in the family. We buy for kids, and the problem there is, what could they possibly need?
Right. Right.
And they have so much. And so, and then I think that's the hard piece, is I have no idea what I would, or what I'm getting. I have no idea,
Mhm.
because they just have more than they will ever need.
Totally. Totally. I agree. I
So
know.
it is hard. It is hard. So I'm a little sad about it, because it is my culture, like, growing up. That was because, you know why? People didn't buy their kids things all year round.
That maybe that's what it is, Mom. Maybe that's what it is. In this
Yes, like,
culture of you can order something on Amazon and have it the next day. I wonder if people are purchasing things throughout the year so that when it comes to Christmas, it's like, well, we've gotten you everything you needed throughout the
I
year.
I think that is it. Like, I know even you guys, like, we didn't buy you things unless it was your birthday or Christmas, or you needed it, or it was something really special. But
Mhm.
day in and day out, we couldn't afford it at the beginning. There was no way.
Right.
Um, then we have this piece. I have this very practical mind.
Me
So
too.
that's another piece of it. And then us growing up,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, I don't ever remember just being given things.
Right. Right.
So, so I think that's the shift
Hmm.
for me. But there, I did find so much joy in doing it. So it does feel a little like, oh, why aren't I excited about that? And I'm not at all.
Yeah, something's missing. I also
Yeah.
wonder too if now having a grandchild, like I know for me, I get way more, like I'm always excited to get Lily something new, but for me, I'm always about like if it feeds her creativity or if it feeds her love for reading or if it feeds
Yes.
like developmental need. Like those are the things that I'm most excited to get for her. But more so than that is I just can't wait to share like the traditions of like going to get a Christmas tree and decorating the Christmas tree. Like that's become much more exciting to me than like think like I haven't even thought we've thought of one gift and I think that's probably all we're going to get her, and then it's just going to be the traditions.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to take me a while to shift from being more comfortable with it.
Hmm. Well, I mean, you went your whole life the other. I mean, you've got to give yourself some time.
Well, and I started planning Christmas, like, especially making, which I have no desire to do,
Right.
none whatsoever.
That's okay.
There's nothing in me that has that desire. And I did that since I was a little girl. I made every gift I gave,
Since you were a little girl.
always. And I mean, maybe not little, but let's say, I shouldn't say little. I would say like high school, like when I was really starting to I made everything.
So what are some examples of things that you made? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I remember when we first got married, I made everyone in the family, like I made ornaments, and I just made everything.
That is amazing.
I know, but I have no desire to do that anymore.
But that's okay. It's a different season of your life.
So yeah, all right. Is anyone wondering what I'm wearing?
I am.
Okay, I'll show you.
I
Oh my
should
gosh.
wear my sweater. I totally forgot.
I am in love with my hand knits right now.
Oh.
So it is the Love Notes.
Mhm.
I love it. So my love of wearing hand knits has been back in the last 2 weeks because I haven't had to dye a lot.
Mhm.
So I haven't had my uniform on. You cannot wear hand knits as a dyer. And I can't get changed 3 times a day. So I just have a uniform that if I have to run out, it's acceptable.
Mhm.
So I have gone between this and the Yorkville
Yep.
pullover, which I'll wear that next podcast, by Nina. I forgot how amazing hand knits are. Isn't that ridiculous? As a hand dyer, that I have not really in the last 2 years enjoyed hand knits.
It's but you know what? It's also hard because you don't want, like, I know until the winter comes, like I have this mentality of like, oh my gosh, I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to wear something and get a stain. But then the minute you start wearing them regularly, it's like all of those worries and all of that anxiety surrounding wearing a handmade item, for me, they disappear.
Well, and the other piece is like, because literally I've been living in this, and I cannot tell you how many people come up and comment on this sweater underneath the jacket. Like I have a jacket on it showing. They're like, oh, your sweater. And I'm like, I'm so proud of it. I'm like, do you like it? I knit it and I dyed the yarn. Like, of course, they're like dyed the yarn. Like, what does that even mean? But this pattern, I'm going to make another. It knit up so fast. It is like wearing a feather.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so toasty warm. I'm in heaven. So I used the hay, like look at the fuzz. It's amazing.
It's drop dead gorgeous. It does not surprise me for a minute that people are coming up to you and complimenting you on
I
it.
just, you know what? It's like I kind of forgot like what it's like to wear something that you make. And like you do feel really proud of it.
Well,
So
such
it
a
is
good
in
knitter.
what's that?
I was just saying, and you're such a good knitter. So it's just like you have the ability to make these like.
Well, and then I was like, what is wrong with you, Sue? You could have sweater upon sweater upon sweater. And it is just, I do love knitting sweaters anyways. And that love has reemerged. But now that I've been wearing and enjoying and loving the fit, like that's always been the other thing. It's like, I don't even know if I like how it fits, but I never give it a chance. Like I throw it on, I don't do the straightening. I'm ridiculous.
No.
So anyways, it's our antique lace in cozy and dry roast in mohair. I could not be happier.
It's
two things I will do differently on the next one is I will make it a touch longer, not a lot, because I'm really enjoying having a longer tee underneath that hangs below it.
mm-hmm.
So I might go a little longer. That's not the biggest. The sleeves are the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling a friend yesterday, I love the sleeves in the house. Eating mohair. Love the sleeves because I don't have to put, oh, it's a big one. I don't have to push them up. They're the perfect length. Mm-hmm. But everyone knows I enjoy a vest when I go out. That's no surprise. I'm not divulging anything new here. It doesn't work with a vest in the freezing cold.
No, your wrists would be so cold.
So cold, and I just want to pull them down. So right now, because it's freezing even in my office, I have like a long sleeve tee on. Mm-hmm. But I will go longer, and I will give it more of a cuff. It's a simple, like 1-inch little cuff. Even now, honestly, I could unpick it and just make a long, like a 3-inch cuff.
You totally could.
I may consider that, but I love it so much.
So do you have a color palette in mind for the second one that you're planning on knitting? Or have you not gotten that far?
I have. Well, it's interesting because I went downstairs today for my dream knitting. I want to make a, petite knits.
Oh, and no frills.
And no frills. I think that's going to be my next one. Mm-hmm. And I pulled out, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, bluebells and hydrangea.
And hydrangea.
Ugh. That
It would make a gorgeous one of these. You know what though, I really might do, and I try not to because I use Edward so much because I love it so much. I might do an Edward with a gray garden, so it'll really like be a deeper gray. And originally I was thinking a soft gray with the soft Edward. I could even do it with sorbet, raspberry sorbet.
Oh,
That would be gorgeous.
that would be stunning. I feel like it would be really complimentary too to like your tones and everything.
See, I'm afraid of getting a little washed out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also loving any of our browns, worn leather. What's the other one?
Dry roast, espresso bean, you name it.
Yeah, but it's the other dry, worn leather.
Oh, cuppa.
Cuppa. Yep. And of course I would do want to be a dentist, but I have my other one in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to have two different colors. So this might be my fade, or my, not fade, whatever you said.
No frills.
No frills.
Well, let me just
cast on another sweater.
Honestly, the no frills, I think you're going to get a little bored with the knit, but you are going to love the final object because it's almost exactly like wearing what you're wearing, except with a little bit of a denser fabric.
Mm-hmm. What size needles?
I want to say 6.
Okay, I thought yours looked like the stitches definitely looked bigger.
I think I also went up a needle size knowing that I'm a tight knitter.
I think you did too. Anyways, we went right to dream knitting.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
What's wrong with dream knitting?
So yeah, so what, you're not wearing anything, but.
No, I'm so bummed. Last week I wore my Comfort Fade cardigan. This week I was just so focused on sitting down and recording that I didn't even wear anything.
Oh, which is beautiful.
But for anybody that is wondering what I am wearing, because it is super cozy, and I know when I recorded my Patreon vlog this last week, I wore this. I forget who asked me, but somebody asked me what it was. It's from LL Bean. You guys got it for me for Christmas last year, per my request.
I love it.
I can go out in the snow and be sufficiently warm. I mean, not with just this, I would need to have a t-shirt or something on underneath it. But the other amazing part about this sweatshirt is
it's amazing.
It unzips both sides. So, what's that? So I'll be able to wear it all throughout the winter as my stomach continues to grow.
I am so mad I never bought myself one of those.
You should check and see if they still have, they might have restocked them this season.
I'm going to see if we got a bean catalog, because I feel like that's our Thanksgiving. Like, you guys go through and pick a few things you like. For me, because it makes my life a lot easier. But I'm going to look, because I want that so bad, because my office is really cold. Even with, the heat's on 80 right now, it's 70, which that sounds warm, but with all these windows, it's not.
Yeah, you are surrounded by windows, which makes it hard to retain heat.
Yes.
But yeah, you would love, it's even warmer than the Vermont flannels that we have. I know. It's worth getting for sure. If you live in cold weather and you need something that is like a solid, this is amazing.
And it's so cozy. It's not like bulky, heavy. It's just cozy.
It's my favorite.
It's my favorite too, even though I don't own it.
Yeah, you'll own one soon.
Oh, well.
So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Not that it has anything to do with making. But I am working on, and I feel like we can probably both show our crochet blankets. Yours is huge, Mom.
It's huge. It's also incredibly wide. I have no idea how many stitches.
You don't know how many you changed? I changed 360.
I feel like I did the normal, but it seems incredibly wide.
But what is the normal?
I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say, because mine is incredibly wide.
That sounds like the right number. They are so beautiful.
Like, look, it's so wide.
I know. I feel like mine's the same. So I bet you it is the same amount.
Maybe 360, yeah.
So I picked mine up because you were knitting on or crocheting on yours, and it literally drove me insane to watch you. I'm looking for my stitch marker.
Oh no. Oh, I can show her my. Yes.
Do you
So
see it?
Yeah, I see it. It's right there, right in the center of the screen. It looks like we got just about the same amount done in the week.
Hold on. Why can't I find it? Hold on.
It was literally on the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I love that stitch marker.
Me too, the little Ouija board.
So I bet you I have about 8 to 10 inches.
Oh, maybe. Okay, no, we definitely do not have the same amount. I lied.
Let me see yours. No, I have more, sorry.
Yeah, you have way more. Where's my, hang on, I'm trying to see through
I
my.
see it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these so, and you know what, honestly, they do not transfer on screen as beautiful as they are.
No, definitely not.
Because
Definitely.
I've taken pictures and sent them to you and been like, isn't this beautiful? I'm like, oh, that picture isn't great. Like in real life, they are stunning.
There's, oh, this dang clock.
It's 2 o'clock. Eight for 2.
It's 8 o'clock. Also, we just looked like floating heads doing it.
So is this your first one?
Yes.
I already have a completed one.
I know. You are a much faster crocheter than me because can you do it completely without looking?
Probably, I don't know. Probably.
I'm working on that skill, but I will still have times where like I go in and I grab the yarn and it like doesn't catch, or I'll only put
that. What I think might be the difference is I might sit and work on it for 3 hours.
Yeah, see, and I never get to do that. I probably at the most get a half an hour at a time.
That's why. It's not speed, it's amount of time. Because I mean, I think I'm fast, but I don't think you're slow. No, I love this one because I'm using the magic knot balls that I believe Seashore Sharon sent me.
Me too.
So the other one is still upstairs with all the ends need to be woven in.
What ends do you need to be woven in? Oh, did you not?
Nope. So I'm on my last one and I'm going to start winding. Maybe when you're here, that's something we're going to do a lot. I hate when I do maybe when you're here and when we end up doing nothing.
Winding another magic knot ball. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we can totally. That's
not that we need to do it. I'll just be motivated because you're here.
Yeah. But look.
Oh,
I think I made this one for myself actually. Oh, I'm having a hard time. I don't know why it's not focusing.
It's focusing on
and
you.
It's also the opposite. Like it's mirroring.
Oh.
So weird.
Oh, that's almost. Yeah, not right. There.
There we go.
Perfect.
It's so fun.
Oh, I am really enjoying. So this is all I have left is this. Oh, I can't pick up this one. And I'm not sure if this was, I think it's a Seashore Sharon.
Yeah, I think I had a couple that I just went through that Sharon sent to us.
Yeah,
So I don't know if I don't think I talked about this on our podcast at all because I think I just decided. But I'm hoping, praying that I'm going to get enough done that it'll be part of Lily's second birthday gift.
She is going to love it.
She loves watching me work on it. She likes like pointing out the colors and all of that. So
she's gonna love it. How is she gonna be 2?
I don't know.
2.
I don't know. It makes my heart hurt a lot.
Mine too.
But it's also very,
because I love every new. It was just like with you guys. I loved every new age.
I
did. And it's like, it was my favorite time, but it's just time goes way too fast.
Mm-hmm. And I think, I mean, the cool thing is that we do have another one coming. So I don't know.
It's going to make her seem even older though. You know?
She already does. Like just the fact that like I can ask her to do something and she does it, or I can ask her a question and she can, I mean, she can't answer it in a sentence by any means, but she can, communicate an answer to me, or
she's perfect.
She's perfect.
Just
I love
perfect.
her so much.
What else are you working on?
The other thing I've been working on, and I actually have gotten a lot farther since last week.
I can't even remember what you're working on.
Oh man. Well, I have a finished object, but I'll show that after. They're right here. I'll save those for after. So I have been knitting on a no, I always want to call it branches and buds because that's what you've been working on. I've been working on a little Twigs pullover by Melody Hoffman. And I've started the yoke. I've only gotten 2 rows in.
Still, be at that point means you're almost done.
The sleeves are attached.
Oh.
And then, yeah, you'll be able to see, I just did the first, or I think I'm actually in the middle of the second row. Am I? Oh yeah, I just started the second row. So you can kind of see.
Oh.
So there it is.
So how do you create that?
So it's basically just like you're slipping stitches. You pull the yarn forward and you slip stitches.
Slip stitches, I love that.
And it creates these little chevrons going in, like, I think there are 3 different lines of chevrons, but going in like different directions. I can't wait to finish it, but I also cannot put down this crochet blanket is such a blessing and such a curse because it is my favorite thing to work on, and I have no desire to work on anything else, which means this, which could be a finished sweater, has been sitting in my basket, and I have been wanting to cast on a vanilla sock, but the thought of having to cast on anything right now is daunting because it means that I'll have to spend an hour doing something when I could be crocheting.
I know. I'm at that same quandary, and the problem is I want a finished product. I want a finished product, and everything I'm looking at needs finishing. This will not be a finished product, but it's what I'm gravitating towards because it's so mindless. And I'll be working on it going, you should be finishing that sweater. You want to wear that sweater. No, I'm just going to crochet.
It's so hard to push those thoughts out because really, like, our making should be for us, and it is for us, but it's like, and either way, even if you were to finish the sweater, it would still be for you. But like, I have such a hard time sitting there crocheting. Like, I will materialize things that I need to do within minutes of sitting down to crochet or knit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Stinks, because it's like then you have this like little guilty voice saying, well, you could be doing that, and don't forget to call that person and set that appointment. And it's like, oh, go away, let me enjoy.
But let's be honest, as podcasters, we do have that pressure of finishing. I mean, it's not like overwhelming, and I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I've got to finish it for the podcast. It's not that overwhelming, but it's always there as like, I would love this done for the next podcast. Like, I would love a finished object. I don't know why I can't talk right now. I would love a finished object for the podcast. And everything that I'm enjoying the most now does not create a finished product. Mm-hmm. Everything.
It's so frustrating.
It is, but again, it's like for our mental health, like this is just so soothing.
Oh my mom, I told you this last time. It's like the ultimate anti-anxiety treatment for me. Like, I could have had the most stressful day in the world, and the minute I catch that rhythm with the hook, like, I glaze over. It's crazy.
I totally agree. That and spinning for me.
Tell me, do you want to talk about your spinning next?
Let's talk about spinning. We're going in no order.
Okay. Do you mind if I run to the bathroom for like 3 seconds?
Oh, run. I'll keep crocheting.
Thank you. She just keeps moving on my bladder. And yes, I am still in my pajamas.
It's okay because I am all dressed in my sweater, ready to go out at the drop of a hat, which I'm not going anywhere, but I'm ready, so I can. Look at that teepee of Lily's. I want to play in it. Look at how clean her kitchen is right now. Who is she? It's all good. So she's going to cut this out so I can say whatever I want. Beautiful day here. Very, very, very cold. Very cold. Yes. I'm trying to think what else we can discuss behind Chelsea's back. I don't think anything. I'm working on a super secret project for Lily right now. Super secret. So excited. Bathroom's right around the corner. You're going to have to cut that out. You could hear the whole flushing.
Oh boy. We can't let people know we flush toilets.
Oh my gosh.
Also, I have a balsam fir candle going. I have since the weekend. Do you too? Oh, see, we are
I'm in heaven.
When I was at the store, because I went and bought it this weekend, I was like, God, is it too early for this? And then I had the same conversation that we had earlier, and I was like, no, this is going to make me so happy. And you know what? We had a snowstorm, so like, it is not too early because I am surrounded in a winter wonderland right now. Anyway.
Yeah, and you got the wooden.
I got the wood wick candle because you know what? I went to Bed Bath & Beyond to try and find like a yummy smelling candle. Their selection was not great in the Yankee department. It was very slim pickings.
That's unusual.
Like they had the holiday scents, but I didn't love any of them.
Yeah, I love the balsam fir.
Yeah, but they didn't even have that. It was like, you know, those like Yankee home collections or whatever those like kind of.
Yeah.
Well, just that, and they didn't have one. So I figured if I was going to spend the money, I was going to get something that I really liked. So I went and I got a woodwick.
Love it. I love the sound. You made me forget. I had forgotten all about them.
It's so funny because Lily can hear it, and I feel like it really confuses her because she's like, where is it coming from?
All right. So the other thing that I am obsessed with at the moment, and again, no end product, just the process of doing it, which is heavenly, is spinning. I am all about spinning right now. My little e-spinner is sitting right here, like right there. I wish I could show it. Can you see it down there?
You'd have to tilt it down.
Yeah, probably not. Just look at me and I'll show you. So anyways, I am so proud of my spinning. I have become a very good spinner.
You have.
Again, I know nothing, just how I do it. And I'm very proud of my spinning.
You should be.
So what am I spinning? I am spinning my bag of Tiddly Bits from Robin of Sit and Spins. I do not know if she still sells this heavenly stuff.
So
they're all these little tiny, I can't even tell you the joy I get from this. So I am just going and going and going. I'm going to fill this bobbin. I might even fill 2 bobbins, and then I'm going to spin up. See, I do believe we talked about this last time. I don't think we've talked about it. I've talked about it other places. Okay. I am probably going to spin up some gray. I might even dye it myself because I have some top in there to dye. And I think I'm going to do like gray gardens, I think, unless I use a cream that I have in there. I think it's called White Birch from Amanda, which has some sparkles and soft grays and soft whites. And then I'm going to apply them together. Okay. Either gray gardens and this delicious coloring that, oh my gosh, I love so much. So it'll be very barber poled. And that is my goal. I love the thought is if I keep up the spinning schedule, which I feel like I'm going to, because it's now become like an everyday thing. And I would love to do a blanket.
A what?
Like a blanket, a cozy memories or something.
I thought you said plank kit, and I was like, what's a plank kit?
A blanket. So I'm considering it, but I don't know. I just am enjoying spinning so much. So I went to the New England Sheep and Wool Festival. Actually Paige and Paul Miller, we had the best time.
I'm
We
so
had
mad.
the best time. Oh, so this booth was there. How amazing is that? I was like,
cool.
I would have thought their sales would be off the charts. I have no idea. But they had a bigger version, like a typical size bobbin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we were like, what is that?
Yep.
So the woman, I'm not sure of all the people in the organization, but she said, oh, that's probably going to be a Kickstarter in February. And we were like literally it took my breath away. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Like, so I was like, do you have any idea how much? She goes, I don't. She said, I think around 250, but I don't know. Don't quote me. I can't even tell you how fast I'm going to buy one of those.
I'm surprised they didn't have like a sign up sheet there with like an email list or something like that. I'm surprised they would have brought it without the option.
Well, I mean, I get their emails, but I don't look at emails. Oh my God, I'm the worst. I hate email.
Mom, we are the same when it comes to email. Mine is just completely like my Gmail account has like this much space left.
Well, I had thousands and thousands and thousands, and I took a whole day to get it down to nothing. I vowed it would never happen again. You want to know how many are there now? I'll tell you.
No.
Hold on. Please hold.
It's all a dang spam.
1,600. And that's like being good.
I know. Believe
But
I.
So I begged and pleaded with Paige to let me know when that email came and send it to me or send me a notice. I think I'm going to get one. I think I want it because what this has made me do is want to buy one of those big e-spinners, which is ridiculous. Like the wooden, they're like probably over $1,000, which is ridiculous because this little tiny thing that was $100 is amazing.
Yep. And it brings you so much joy. So why
so much joy. And I love how it sits literally sits right there. The only thing is I want to be able to spin when I'm on the phone. Why I'm not on the phone a lot because it's just sitting there and I like if I'm talking to Graham at night, it's like, oh, I'm going to spin. It has a very quiet noise, but on the phone it would seem louder, I think.
You should test it out with me one day. I could tell you.
I will. That's what I'll do because I do find it to be rude. I don't want to be making it. To me, that's like, I'm not listening. So that's the only thing. The sound is loud enough that I can't do it if I'm sitting here on the phone for 15, 20 minutes.
We'll have to test that out just in case.
Yeah, we'll test it. I love spinning. Okay, so not only do I love that, I am so proud of myself because I've never spent the time to learn how to do it and enjoy it. I want to be a spindle spinner. I want to be a spindle spinner. Well, I am.
Yes, you are. A good spindle spinner.
I really am.
Now,
I can say that because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just know how to do it. But, oh my gosh. So, of course, Classy Squid, Amanda, I truly believe it's the best spindle out there. Because I can do it, and I can do it really well. That speaks to the spindle. I mean, it definitely speaks to, like, I've learned how to do it correctly. Yeah. But the spindle is a huge piece in spindle spinning.
I believe that. Well, it has to be so finely tuned and engineered.
It's amazing. So I'm using one of her new, which I wish I had a million of these. She used to vend at New England, and she doesn't anymore. Because my plan was to get these super long row legs.
Oh, have you ever ordered off of her website?
No, and I can. You know me. I'm just lazy.
I was going to say, I feel like she has a really good web presence.
I think she does. I think she does. And that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
So these are removable. And I got 3.
So you get 1 when you purchase the spindle, and then you can purchase additional?
No, you get 3. I know. Wow. So I don't know if she sells these separately. These are ridiculous questions that I just have to look up.
Yeah.
So this is using this row lag, which I have probably 3 more besides this.
Yes.
So I'm going to spin them identically, like 2 of these full, so that when I then ply them together, they're going to look like this. She's amazing.
She is. But so, okay, wait. So then will you use that yarn as well? Like if you were to start a scrappy blanket, like do you think you'll have one dedicated project for all of your hand spun?
I think these will be socks because they're so fantastically like designed. Like this is, and I'm spinning it correctly so that I think they'll ply together correctly. And there's no reason I stopped doing this. I just wanted to try this one because that's who I am.
Well, it's fine.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with spinning.
And I'm so happy that you are in love with spinning and that you're becoming such a pro, because the day that I decide that I want
Your day's coming.
I know, you're breaking me down slowly but surely.
I know. Well, I think once my bigger e-spinner comes, I'm going to let you use this one. I might need it back though because it's so transportable.
Oh,
but then if you liked it, you could decide if you liked it because they're so reasonable.
right.
But I feel like I'm going to give this to you to play with for as long as you want and see if you like it. The thing is with the wheel, and I have a beautiful wheel that I cannot believe how expensive they are now. It has doubled what I bought it for. Like buying a wheel is outrageous right now.
And when you bought it, it wasn't cheap. So that's saying
it wasn't cheap then. I think I probably paid about $400 20 years ago, but I haven't used it for 20 years. It's like new.
right.
The thing with a wheel, and I love my wheel, but again, people might correct me. I feel like I'm fighting the wheel a lot, like getting the tension and there's more fine tuning in my eyes with the wheel than this little teeny thing that you like.
Now, is it because with a wheel you determine the speed, and with an e-spinner there's just one consistent speed?
No, there's all sorts of speeds. I'm on the top speed because I'm so good. Has nothing to do with how good you are. It's just what you prefer. Sorry. I just feel like there's a lot more tweaking with the wheel, and it's probably only because I don't know enough and I haven't done enough around it. So it's not a negative to the wheel. It's the more my patience level around it. Having said that, because I'm enjoying spinning so much, I'm probably going to pull it out. I've got some beautiful fiber on it right now that is beautifully spun. You also, with the wheel, for me, I need to get the rhythm. And I don't spend enough time with it to get the rhythm. Because it's a whole piece of furniture practically that I don't have room for in here. So I have to have a special spot. And
oh, yeah. Well, and you want to make sure that that special spot is somewhere that you frequent enough that it's easy. And
yes,
I get it.
And Lily loves the wheel.
She does.
Forgot about that.
Oh my gosh.
I actually have a picture of her spinning somewhere.
Do you really?
Yeah, one of those little ones. I don't know where it is. Darn it. Where she's treadling with her hands.
I can't wait
to see it.
I can't wait to see if she enjoys fiber arts. I hope she does.
I hope she does, but you didn't.
Totally.
You totally didn't until you were ready for it.
So true.
So you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. But you also are doing different types that she might.
Well, I feel like she loves coloring right now. Like her default is she wakes up and she runs to her crayons and her colored pencils. Like that's
I love that.
She wants to do right now. But
I love it. All right, so that's that. That's my spinning adventures. I'm in love with spinning. I love it.
That's amazing. And like I said, I'm so excited because now I have a built-in guru.
But I also have had to embrace that I just love the process. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So again, there's really no end game to it, which is a struggle for me. I'm an end game person, so that I've had to embrace the fact that I just love the process of spinning. If I never do anything with it, I had a blast.
And
hard to wrap my head around.
What's that?
Hard to wrap my head around, but I have.
I think that will probably be the hardest part for me too, because you know me, I'm such like if I want it, I'm going to make it and I'm going to have it done because I want it. But I think if I were to be spinning and I had a similar thing with you where like I had one dedicated project that I knew that even if I didn't knit a pair of socks or anything with this hand spun, I could put it in a bag of hand spun and make a scrappy blanket or whatever.
Yes. It's also, and I just said I'm out of gift giving, but there is one person in my life that I give a gift to every year. And I always want it to be super special, and she loves the fiber arts. And I would consider gifting her a skein of hand spun or two as a gift. I love the idea of gifting it.
That's, wow, and what a gift. Oh my God. That's a great idea. I think I know who you're talking about, and I think she would love that.
Would love it. I agree. So we'll see. Maybe next year that'll be my goal.
Totally. Have another year under your belt. You could probably whip off a skein, and I don't know how long, but
I know. I love it. I hate that I'm even looking at it because it's all I want to do right now.
I get it. Well, the only other knitting things that I have to show are my Christmas socks that I finished over the Rhinebeck weekend. The tails are all woven in. They're ready for December 1st for me to plop them on my feet.
Love them.
I don't even know if it's focusing or not.
They're focusing, yep.
Okay, cool. I just do a classic drop heel with my vanilla socks. I do a rounded toe.
I don't do a rounded toe. You're going to have to show me how to do a rounded toe because I don't remember.
It's so easy. I don't do a domed toe. I do a rounded toe.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. And then, I knit them with DPNs. It was perfect mindless knitting for Rhinebeck weekend because every Rhinebeck weekend, it's like I knit for probably 10 minutes or whatever I do in the car ride. Exactly. So
I do it for the car ride, and after that,
we just don't have the capacity to do it. But it was perfect because it worked wonderfully. It was mindless. And now I have Christmas socks for the first time. Well, you've always knit me Christmas socks, but
I love it. But not with Christmas yarn.
That's true.
Yes.
The only other thing I have to share is my needle felting.
Okay, I have a sweater.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do that. And then I also have, so Lily Girl will be wearing Christmas socks with you.
I'm so excited about that.
Well, I'm so nervous, although I've counted, I think I have exactly enough yarn.
I think I don't have enough yarn at all.
Well, you can count the colors. Like I have 2 more after the green.
Did you do it?
I have the white and the gold, and then I took off this much white at the beginning because it wasn't a full. If I'm desperate, this is going to be the toe.
The toe?
It's almost exact.
And how long I am totally going off the cuff right now. I have no idea.
Yeah, yours look like they'll be shorter. Not a lot though. Maybe not, because I don't know. But then I made them, I can't remember what you told me, but these looked long.
I thought the same thing when you sent the picture, but then I'm like, no, it's probably fine.
They're like 4 3/4.
It'll be a little bit big, but she'll grow into it.
Oh, they'll be big. I thought they were going to be small.
No, I think she's at 4.5 inches.
Perfect. Okay, then they're going to fit her.
Yep, that'll be perfect.
It's her first bag of Advent present.
You
see this box.
I can't wait. She is going to be so excited.
I am having so much fun. I don't know when this hit me, how badly I wanted to make her a box of Advent gifts. Like there's nothing in that that's big. It's all like little. So she gets like they'll all be numbered. They're all going to be wrapped with and then a beautiful little box to put it all in. I think I need about 6 more things.
Oh, I need to keep thinking. Honestly, you could give her 6 things of bubbles and she'd be so happy.
I know. I think I'm up to 3 bubbles right now.
She's obsessed with bubbles.
I know. So this is I'm so excited. So it has to be done. I have quite a few big things that need to be done by the time you get here. I know.
Like what?
Can't tell you.
Oh.
Secret projects going on here.
My gosh, you are so good because the amount that you're producing outside of the things that you're secretly making, which I totally forgot about, is insane.
Well, kind of. We've had a very light dye week because we came out with our Christmas colors, which we cannot forget to show those.
I know.
Okay. The last thing, I feel like we've got to speed up because little Lily Girl's going to wake up if she even went to sleep.
She did go to sleep and her eyes are just starting to flutter open, but she has her thumb in her mouth. Oh my God, Mom.
So this is the back.
Wow.
This is half the front.
Oh my God.
This is, oh my gosh. I'm the absolute worst. And I say that not like beating myself up. I say it as a joke. A sleeve.
You are so close to being done with that.
Oh, wait, do you see this? The next sleeve.
Are you done with it?
No, the sleeves fly.
That was the first thing you knit when you cast it on.
Yes, that's the most fun. So it is the, I'm so good at remembering names of books because I never look at the covers. This is called the
Is it like the
Charles Pullover.
I was right.
You were right, by Michele Wang. It is beautiful and so much fun.
It's I think you were going to live in that sweater. That is such a mom sweater.
Now that I have embraced the hand knits again, I cannot wait to finish it. I cannot believe how many hand knits that I just let sit. That's ridiculous.
Not anymore.
I know, not anymore, but I really have to work, so I'm gonna have to go back to the uniform soon, but I'm embracing it.
Yeah, just embrace it when you can.
Yes. So that is all of by everything I have left, and I'm only going to show one is stitching. So you go next.
I'll just show my hand felting or my needle felting,
which is amazing. I cannot wait to do mine.
I am so excited. I want to. Oh no, she's up. So it's my birthday on Friday, and so I'm going to treat myself to a hand felted sampler from, I think it's called Felted Sky Studios. I'll put all the links down below. And I want to get myself either one or two of the needle felted figurines. I'm so excited.
You must bring your felting with you.
Like one of my kits?
One of your kits, because I really want to make one.
We can do that. I will definitely bring
And I have 2 kits. And I didn't go for the beginner. Darn it, what's wrong with me?
You went for adventurous beginner.
Yeah. It's a wonder I didn't go for expert skill level. Oh, I love that so much.
Isn't he so cute?
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Oh, I love it.
So this is Rocco. He has a mossy back. It's a Going Gnome needle felting kit. Oh my gosh, it's so weird that this is mirroring everything. Kind of looks like they're my eyes.
I cannot believe, because that was one of the first things you looked at. Remember when we were there and it was outrageous?
It's to purchase it already felted.
Yes, like there was 3 in a row, and I thought, oh gosh, like that seems so expensive. But then I was looking, go, wow, that looks really hard. Yours is perfect.
It was so much fun to make. And their kits are fabulous. The instructions are easy peasy to follow. I also got their mushroom kit.
I'm so mad I didn't get the mushrooms.
Like, they have a great online presence too. You can always order them.
I know. I'm going to go and look.
But oh my gosh. And so I basically right now, these live on our dining room table. When Lily isn't playing with them, I take them down while she's awake so she can play with them if she wants. But now that winter is coming and it's here in Vermont, I want to get like maybe a snowman, and they also have like an Arctic fox or a cardinal. Like I want to get winter themed ones.
The fox is beautiful.
I feel like I
can still see the fox.
I think it'd be a super easy thing to do too. Like quick, I don't mean easy, but fast. And then my friend Lacey just gifted me, did you see this? The Hunter Hammerstein or I forget the name, but she just created a kit, not a kit, oh my God, I can't even get my brain straight, a pattern for mini Christmas trees, hand knit.
Yes, I saw that, and I did see that she did that. I was trying to remember, like I think I saw something.
So I want to knit like 3 of those. Originally I was going to get a hand felt or a needle felting kit to needle felt trees, but I'm like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so fun to have like felted and knit things there?
Who are you?
I don't know.
Remember when you were like, yeah, I don't do those fussy little things. That was not that long ago.
No,
I'm making little tiny trees.
It's Lily. It's Lily. I want to like surround her by all little like handmade goodies.
I know, because she loves them.
Does. I want her to grow up with like an kind of like what you did, like an intense appreciation for handmade things.
She will.
I hope so.
She will.
So anyway, I'll put links to all of these kits down below. So
those mushrooms, oh my God, I love them.
I can't, the lighting in this room is super, super bright right now. So it's really in my face.
They look really good though.
Do they?
So. Oh my God, I love them. I'm such a mushroom girl. It's so funny. I should find my portfolio upstairs with the mushroom drawing with the fairies. I should get that out.
You absolutely.
Bunny, maybe not fairies. There's a giant bunny. It was all hand drawn on vellum with a background. I'll have to look for it.
Is it framed?
No, it's in my portfolio if I remember right. As long as I didn't get rid of it.
Oh, I hope not. That sounds beautiful.
Beautiful in your little playroom.
That's what I was thinking.
I have to search for that.
Oh my God.
I know. It would be super cute. I can still see it. I used to love drawing mushrooms in college. That was one of my go-to, like.
Well, they're so fun and quirky and like fantastical. Like you could make them either super realistic and like grungy, or you could make them like these.
Mine look like you're felting. I think that's why I'm so drawn to them. They looked like they were very like spots on them and bright colors. I'll have to look it up.
Please do. I would love to see if you still have that.
I know.
So that's been my big thing. And then another project, which I forgot to bring over here, that I just started this past weekend, is I'm going to be needle felting Lily a birthday crown.
I love that so much.
I do too, and I'm really excited to get going on it, but I'm also really nervous. I really want to see what you have for fiber.
So much. I put aside a whole bag. I could see mushrooms on that.
Well, that's what I'm picturing. So, okay, in my Patreon vlog yesterday, I talked all about it, and I want it to be like a naturescape. And I'm picturing toadstool mushrooms. Again, this is kind of like my fantasy. I don't know what my skill level is at and how I can actually make this happen, but I'm picturing toadstools, mushrooms. I'm picturing gnomes. I'm picturing trees, probably mountains because we live in Vermont. And then I want the sky to just be like the most beautiful sunset. So just a bajillion different colors and maybe some stellina in there.
I know the look. I have so much.
Well, and I know not a lot of people, but I've seen crowns where there's like little beading on there. So like I could even make little beaded stars in the sky if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited about it. But
it's so exciting.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So exciting. All right. I've also been obsessively stitching. I am like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you have secret projects going on right now?
I don't know. Honest to God, I think fairies come in and do this at night for me. I start it and then I go to bed and I come down and I forgot. Like they take away my memory and they do more. Stitching tends to be my Sunday afternoon by the fire. So, oh my gosh, I want to finish it so bad. The thing with stitching is I love it so much, but it takes so long to finish a project.
The labor.
And I have so many that are so close.
Oh my gosh, when you sent me that picture of you sitting by the fire this Sunday, I was like, oh my gosh, that is the perfect project.
I know. I'm enjoying this so much. I honestly, if I had a week where it's all I did, it'd be done no problem. Because I do not invest a lot of time.
Maybe do that.
Like, see this up here?
Yes.
This was probably Sunday afternoon and part of Monday.
Wow. Now, what is it going to say?
It's Jack Frost Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks. I picked up the last one is cookies.
Oh, and you picked it up already? You have it?
I picked it up. And so this one I started. I can do one on a Sunday if I have all day.
Mm-hmm.
It really is very manageable.
Honestly, I feel like you could, I don't know what else you have going on behind the scenes, but it looks like you're at a point where like you said, it would just take a week of dedication and then you'd be done.
The problem is though, is getting it framed in time for Christmas because framers stop and I probably will stretch it and we'll see. We'll see. I'm so, I, I love how much I love to do and I hate how much I love to do. Because I look at people like on FlossTube that just stitch and what they get done in a week.
But you know what? They probably look at what you make and think, I would love to have a handmade sweater on my body right now.
I know. It's more the dedicated brain. It's in my beautiful Joanna bag.
Oh, I love my Joanna. Oh my gosh, did you get a Christmas one?
I totally forgot. This has been in one of my just generic little mesh bags.
Yeah.
And then when I was cleaning my room, I have 2 free Christmas ones that have nothing in there. I probably have 6 or 8. No, I probably have 6 of her bags.
Yeah.
Might be time to order a few more though.
You have so much stitching. It would make sense.
I do. I love stitching so much.
I know. That's good
I
though.
love doing everything so much.
I know. I'm slowly getting to be that as well. It's so hard to balance.
It's so hard to balance. All right. I feel like we should show our new colorways because I'm so in love with them before little Lily girl needs you.
Yes.
So I feel like by now most people know that we picked the new Grinch movie for this year's colorway. Do you know how much I love the fact that we do a special Halloween and Christmas every year? Like, I feel like that's our thing. Other than that, I feel like we have themes around things, but I love focusing on.
Well, and not only that, but the movie that we picked this year, The Grinch. So the one that you watched specifically to base the colors on is the new one from, I think, Pixar, maybe?
I think Pixar.
Or maybe Illumination. I can't remember, but
it's amazing.
It's so good. And it was one of those holiday movies that I had always turned on, and then I would be doing something, whether it was needle felting or crocheting or knitting, and I'd never really like looked up to really take in the visual beauty of it because it was just, I know the Grinch story. Everyone knows the Grinch. Well, a lot of people know the Grinch story. So it was never something that I really keyed in on until like last week. I wasn't feeling well one day and I turned it on and I laid on the couch and I allowed myself to really watch it and just like,
it's beautiful. Amazing. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. I watched it quite a few times. Maybe not like you said, sitting staring, but like originally, I'll start a movie and usually within a half hour, I have every colorway. Like I have the thought around it, I've seen it, it's impacted me. That movie is so visually beautiful, beautiful. And I loved it so much. And I don't necessarily love the Grinch story. It's been done a lot. It's okay. I mean, it's not, I like the story, but it's like the Jim Carrey one was, I watch it because it's Christmas, but it's not like Elf, you know?
It's not like one of those where you really need to savor it.
Yeah. Yes. This version, I say yes to.
It's beautiful. And of course, the original. The original Grinch. Oh my God.
When he's sneaking under the tree. And Cindy Lou Who. Oh, I know. I love Christmas.
Me too.
All right. So let's talk about them briefly. There's not a lot to talk about. I just want to show them because I love them so much. I really want to knit with some of them.
I was going to say, part of me wants to ask you to ship me up the minis in that DK because I'm dying so bad to knit.
I can.
I might.
The minis and what else?
That skein of DK for Lily's. I want to make her a cowl pixie hat for Advent. So I'm going to gift her something at the beginning of every week instead of every day, which I'm also kind of debating whether or not I want to do that or if I want to use the things that I would have used for at the beginning of every week for her stocking. I might do that instead.
I like that idea.
Because she already has the Advent from you. So it's like, maybe I'll just.
She does. But the thing is for me, especially because Lily, you know, it's not candy or the easier stocking things.
Right.
Stockings can be tough.
Well, and that's the thing is like, I don't want stockings to be a really big thing. Like I feel like it's going to be for me, I'm going to like kind of categorize, like I was saying, like maybe a book, some creative implement, and then maybe a handmade goodie or something. So I think it might go in that direction anyway.
Yeah. Stockings, we stopped. I know people still love that. We had to stop because we were spending so much money on stockings that,
Yes.
and I don't even think we're that over the top. It's just that they're expensive.
Well, and we also have big stockings.
Well, you do, yeah.
We have huge stockings.
You do. You don't have stockings. Every year I'm going to make them and I don't.
You need to make yourself.
Every year I say that. All right, let's talk. Okay. Grinch.
I love it. And there are pictures too. If you want to go down and visit our website, that'll show a truer color, but
it smells like Christmas.
I can't. Oh my God, I want it so bad.
I love it. I really, really, and again, because after you do all the Advents and all the Hanukkahs, it's like there's not another color in the world that I can come up with that I'm gonna love. Miraculously, it happened. Cindy Lou Who, I love.
Oh my gosh. If Lily was more of a pink girl, that would be what I would choose. But I feel like she's much more of like a bluey, red, green. So I think
I love Whoville.
Whoville is gorgeous.
Now, so you want that it smells like Christmas.
I think I want It Smells Like Christmas on DK. That is beautiful though. Oh, and it would go really well with her purple snowsuit.
Oh. This one would too though.
I think it would.
It would. This one I love them all. I love them all. So they are on the DK, the steel toes, the cozy. Then, although these are running low.
Oh, okay.
And I think we're gonna have to put up some just order slots for them. Smells Like Christmas.
And are those, I can't remember, the ones we have listed now are steel toe?
We have some glitzy, some steel. I think, but they're all available. You can just, if they're not sitting there, just email us. Yep. So what happens is the glitzy is the gold stellina, and then the minis, we do the regular steel toe. Yes. No glitzy, because they might have changed this, but originally the glitzy steel toes were, they were actually the snazzy with the silver.
Yes, I don't think they offer glitzy.
I don't think they offer. And you know what? I like the contrast a lot.
I do too. I've made a pair of socks like that and I really like it.
Yeah, I really like the contrast. So all the colors come as sock kits. Yes, they do. I had to think about that. Grinch. Oh my gosh. I want to cast these on so bad. I know. Grinch. Whoville.
I love the Whoville.
I didn't show this one yet. Whoville.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. And did I show? Yeah, I showed that one, that one, that one. Oh, Cindy Lou Who. Again. I love scream Cindy Lou Who.
Especially
mm-hmm. Especially with the gold and the yellow, and oh, I love it. And then we have, we call these Whobilation, which I love.
Oh, I need those so bad.
I know. So I will get a package out to you. I will do that tomorrow.
I keep thinking like, oh, it's almost here. And then I'm like, no, I still have a week and a half. It's
like, I know. I will get them out to you. Only one skein of DK?
I don't know. I need to text or call Miss Molly and ask her for the package.
Okay, find out because I can get them in the mail. Now these, oh my gosh, all in the slub.
I can't get over how well that base pops.
It's an amazing base. So and all the colors.
Yeah. Well, and again, this is a fingering weight yarn. It's great for shawls. It's great for sweaters. We've had quite a few sweaters quantity custom orders come through.
With mohair. Oh my god.
Here with mohair. We have someone knitting an Elton. We have someone knitting a Birds of a Feather with. Like it's a fingering weight base. So if you're looking for a little bit of fun texture with a project.
I meant to bring this over because I haven't been working on it. But this can give you an idea of a shawl. This is the Trelawney, which honestly, I kind of put away and forgot about just because I've been so busy with other things.
Yeah.
It's a perfect pattern for the slub.
Well, and I love that so you could either do both colorways in slub and have it be a totally textured shawl, or you could do what mom did and pair it with a steel toe or a cozy toe and have that contrast.
I will admit I love the contrast of a cozy toes with it, or steel. I love it. I love it. I love it. This makes me just want to go downstairs and cast everything new on.
It is the biggest blessing that I don't live down the road, because honestly, we would never have yarn in our shop.
I know it's bad. It's good that I'm like busy with other things. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, I'm in love with them all. I'm in love with them all.
Me too. And those are all available.
I really want to cast on socks.
Oh my gosh, you should. See, I'm kind of holding off on my sock mojo until I get my hands on my Cozy Knitter Advent SKEIN.
I can put that in the bag too.
I'm so excited for that, because I think what I want to do. Are you going to do a contrasting heel and toe?
I wasn't thinking so. I was
cuff and toe is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking so, but I don't know.
I know. See, part of me is saying I want to get the cuff done. That way I don't need to worry about that when it comes to starting on December 1st. I can just start.
That's a thought. That's a thought. I'll have to, I don't want to show people, although I think it's been out there. I've shown it on Periscope, but I won't show it here.
Okay. I was going to say.
They all agreed on Periscope. I was like, if there's one no, I won't show it. And everyone wanted to see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the same, but I am casting on both socks. I'm going to have enough needles, which you only need 7 to do that. 3, 3, and 1 to do the knitting on each of them. So I'm going to cast them both on.
Should I do that? Maybe I should, because otherwise I'll have second sock syndrome. Either that or maybe I'll save it for next year.
No, sorry. That was me telling you what to do. Look at your face. You're like, no.
I will knit them both this year.
I know. I'm going to put that in your pile.
I'm so excited.
I know. I am very, I was thinking about it as I was working on some of the secret projects. Like, I all of a sudden am incredibly creatively inspired. Like, and I'm not frenetically, you know how sometimes it's like, oh, I want to do this. I'm at this very, like, whatever I'm working on, I'm trying to just like be very present and love it. And it's working for today. Let's meet again next week and we'll talk about it.
Totally, totally. I have been recently feeling that same way. And do you want to know what I think it is? At least for me, I think it's just the consistency of being creative. Like, I know when I had my other, but before Lily, when I had my other job, I'd go through spurts where like I'd be super creative and I'd be making all the time, and then I wouldn't be able to make time for it. And now I just find that every single day, and I swear to you, Lily is a creative fountain. Like, she, for some reason, being around her, I don't know what it is, but it just gets all of my juices flowing.
I get that.
But yeah, it's like the consistent making instead of the spurt here. Now I'm going to go work and I'm going to work out and I'm going to focus on that a little bit more. It's just like that consistent, I don't know, maybe.
Well, Christy Glass used to talk about that a lot in all her interviews. Is it a lifestyle? For me, it's a lifestyle. Being creative is a lifestyle. Like, the first thing I think about in the morning is what I'm going to do that day creatively. The last thing I think about before I fall asleep at night is what I'm going to do creatively. Like, if anyone were to take that away from me, I would feel like I was suffocating. Like, I don't have a choice, honestly.
I would probably become a stoic and just have nothing around me at all. If I can't have my creative whims, I would have absolutely nothing at all.
I would be beside myself. I literally would feel like all the air was sucked out of me if I couldn't. So it took me years to really understand that piece of myself and not feel like I was lazy because I would rather do that than clean the house or cook dinner or whatever. But I used to think like, oh, you're just lazy. But no, it's a requirement. That's how I'm made. It's how I'm made, that I create all day, every day, literally all day, every day. And if I have one day that goes by, you don't want to be near me. I'm just so grumpy and beside myself. So I think you're probably just finally embracing that piece of you.
Totally.
Great piece.
It's so amazing, but it also like sparks me to want to do so many things. Like I haven't journaled in so long and I'm itching to journal, but why would I put down my crochet hook to go journal? You know what I mean? Like, but I also want to be reading because I finished the Harry Potter series, but I'm like, I don't know what I want to read, but yet I'm feeling this huge void, not reading every morning. So it's a beautiful thing, but like you've said for years, it's like, it's your biggest tool and your worst enemy. Cause it's like, how do you decide?
Well, it is that piece for me of the frenetic, like jumping from one thing to the next because I want to do everything. But I did that all weekend. I like literally knit, stitched, and spun and baked, and I fit it all in. But I have no finished projects, which that's the only piece. If you're too scattered, you never. That's our philosophy for the day.
That's our mind-bending conversation.
I know. That's it. All right. Well, you have a little girl that's going to want you.
She's up reading her books. This is the first time in a very long time that she's napped and woken up very content. So I'm,
God, I love that girl. I cannot wait to see her.
So soon.
It's brutal.
I know.
We can do it. How many times do I have to say that to you? We can do this. I'm only talking to myself.
You're convincing yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, we can do this. I'm trying to convince myself. Okay.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for hanging in with us. And thank you for your patience while waiting for this episode to come out. If you enjoyed this podcast, please head down and give it a thumbs up or subscribe. It'll help us gain more exposure on YouTube. And it'll give us good feedback as to, if you like the conversation this time. I mean, it probably won't sway what we talk about because we have no plan when we start recording, but good information to have regardless. We will probably be recording again after Thanksgiving would be my guess, because it is going to start to get very busy. But, well, then I guess we should say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. I agree. I feel like we should say it. I feel like there's a slight chance it could happen when we're together if life doesn't get too busy. But at this point, to commit to that wouldn't be fair because we don't know.
Right. We don't want to set unrealistic expectations. So you can have a glimmer of hope.
Glimmer of hope that will be in our dining room.
Oh, there's my cue. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging in. It was great catching up with you. Like we always say,
needles up.
Needles and hooks up. Bye, guys.
Bye.